Hello friends. Okay, so today I want to give you a little bit of information on ears, on how we help our children to feel better when they are having any sort of ear issue. So our family has been very blessed. We, especially when my kids were little, we really did not deal with a lot of ear infections. We did not deal with a lot of pain associated with that, anything like that. We were very lucky, I'll knock on wood. But I know a lot of people do. And even though my kids are now older, they're not little anymore. Well, they're still little, but they're not little, they're not babies. We still from time to time, they have ear aches, especially in the summertime when they're swimming a lot. So I wanted to share the natural remedies that we use when we have issues with ears, okay? And so I'll preface this as always by this is our story. This is my story as a mom. This is our story for our family. Not giving you medical advice, of course, just letting you know what works for my family. After this video, I'll post any links for the things that we use. So I want to start with Ruth was feeling really puny after playing yesterday, and she started saying her ear was hurting. So always my go-to, always and forever, first sign of they say their ears are hurting, we have this little ear roller that we have made, okay? And so what this is, it is basil, it is purification, and it is a carrier oil, whatever carrier oil you want. What I normally do is I take the roller and I go around the outside of the ear, okay? Never put essential oils in an ear, okay? We roll this around. I'll even put it on a cotton ball and then stick the cotton ball in their ear just as long as they will leave it in there. And then usually I just do a little massage, okay, like this. Because what you do when you're massaging it in, you're not only, helping the essential oil to move around the ear, and those are oils that are very well known for support of the ears. But what you're doing is you're also allowing the lymphatic system to drain. Because with children, their anatomy in their ears, sometimes their anatomy is a little different, and then it takes a little time to grow. So it takes a little time for their channels to open enough to allow that drainage out of the ears. And when that passage isn't quite long enough, the fluid, the junk gets stuck in the ear, and then that's what backs up and causes issues like ear infections and things like that, bacterial growth, all of those things. So just massaging around the ear really helps to just like open up that pathway and let it out, okay? So that's what we do. This blend on a Q-tip, not a Q-tip, on a cotton ball in the ear, and then we rub around the ear. The other thing that I gave her was some Arnica tabs. You can see these here. Arnica is a natural anti-inflammatory, helps with pain, helps with swelling. These are little tiny tablets. They disintegrate in your mouth. I use these often for all the things. I'm very sensitive to pain relievers, and I don't want to give my children pain relievers if we don't have to. So Arnica is my very, very favorite tool when my kids are in pain. The funny thing about Ruth is that I don't think she's ever had any sort of oral liquid medication for pain relief. She will not take it. She will refuse to take it. She is my healthiest child by far. She is the one that has from birth been on natural remedies for all of the things. We anointed her head with frankincense when she was born in the hospital. Like, she is 100% an oily baby. And so she just won't take it. She doesn't like it. Anytime she is sick and has to take like an oral medication, like a liquid medication, it is an absolute meltdown. Because she's not used to it. She doesn't want to do it. She doesn't understand all those things. So Arnica is amazing. You can give them, I think, up to like 8 tabs a day, which I would have to read. Don't quote me on that. But I just gave her 2 of these twice yesterday, okay? I'll link this in my Amazon storefront, or it's already linked in there. I'll post the link for you, okay? So then the next thing I do is a raindrop roller. So raindrop is a method that was created by Gary Young, the creator of Young Living. He came up with a list of oils. Most of them are herbaceous oils, so you'll kind of smell like a pizza factory. And you put these oils on your body in a particular order. You do a particular massage. And so that way is absolutely the best method. If you've ever been blessed to go to convention or any sort of big Young Living sponsored event, there are people giving raindrop massages and it's incredible. You can actually get trained in this technique. But for me as a mom, I need the oils on their bodies ASAP when they're feeling poorly, when they're below the wellness line. So I made a raindrop roller and I just added some amethyst in there. So these are all of the oils in the raindrop oil collection, just in a roller. Rub this on her spine and on the bottom of her feet. I probably did this about every 20 minutes or so yesterday. Last thing, garlic oil. Okay, if you don't have this in your mama wellness toolbox, you definitely need this. This is garlic oil for kids 1 to 10 years old. You just do 1 drop in their ear, 1 drop, not a dropper full, 1 drop in their ear. And it smells very garlicky because it is garlic. It also has some other ingredients in it. It's got St. John's wort, it's got calendula flower, mullein flower, and then obviously the garlic bulb, okay? So this is a game changer for anything ear related. I just did 1 drop in her ear after she went to sleep because when she smelled it, she was like, oh, I really don't want to smell like that. So when she fell asleep, I did a drop, did not even wake her up. And this morning, she woke up 100%, okay? So here's the deal. Natural remedies work, okay? You must be consistent with them. You must start them early, and you must use them often. Consistency, early, and often, okay? It's not like popping a Tylenol where you can just take it and be like, oh, it's all better, you know? I know things like infections are very tricky because everybody's body is different. And I'm not saying this is gonna work for you. Again, this is our story, right? Don't at me. But years and years and years ago, our pediatrician shared with me, she knows that I am very much into natural remedies. She supports me on that, which is why I love her. Shout out to Dr. Posick. But she told me many, many years ago that ear infections do not need to be treated with an antibiotic. They will, in 99% of cases, clear up on their own. The reason that antibiotics are given is because ear infections are so painful that the antibiotic will clear it up faster and allow the child to have quicker relief. So if you can counteract that, if you can provide natural relief while the ear heals, then there's no need for an antibiotic. Because remember, antibiotics are great for their intended purpose. And I do truly believe in the last, 10 or so years, we have seen a decrease in the numbers of prescriptions of antibiotics because we are seeing so many resistant bugs. I think that providers are realizing that and not just blanketly providing prescriptions for antibiotics when they're maybe not needed. But they wreak havoc on the gut. And your gut is gonna need a lot of time to come back from having just 5 days, 7 days worth of antibiotics. So if there's any way that you can avoid them, that's always our best bet. So 4 things that we used, 4 things that made her feel so much better, and she is 100% today. I will put the links in the comments, and please, if you have any questions at all, just let me know.